Stop scrolling right now, because this is the story everybody is talking about. Chaos has erupted behind bars, and the hip-hop world is in shock. Reports are coming in that King Harris, son of Atlanta legend T.I., was brutally attacked inside jail just moments after his sentencing. That's right, fists flew, tempers exploded. And what was supposed to be a quiet transfer turned into a full-on brawl that left the family, the fans, and the entire industry stunned. Eyewitnesses say the fight broke out so fast, guards could barely control it. King was jumped by multiple inmates, and the scene was described as absolute mayhem. Screams echoed through the halls, alarms blared, and word was that King Harris had to be rushed to the infirmary while chaos continued to spiral. And the wildest part, sources say T.I. himself collapsed in disbelief after hearing the news. The man who built an empire, now forced to watch his son's life unravel in the most brutal way possible. Fans are shocked, emotions are running high, and the Harris family is being pulled apart at the seams. But here's the question: was this just random prison violence, or was King Harris set up? The scene inside that Georgia correctional facility could have been ripped straight out of a movie, but this was no script, no rehearsal. Witnesses say it all went down less than an hour after King Harris was officially processed following his sentencing. Guards were escorting him through the cell block when chaos erupted. According to insiders, 3 inmates, already eyeing King the second he stepped through those doors, suddenly rushed him. Words were exchanged first, but before he could even react, fists started flying. It looked like they'd been waiting for him, one source told a local outlet. Like the second he walked in, they wanted to make an example out of him. King Harris, known for his flashy lifestyle and bold mouth on social media, allegedly tried to hold his ground, but the numbers weren't in his favor. Within seconds, punches landed from every angle. Guards scrambled, alarms blared, and the entire block turned into a storm of noise and violence. Fans are shocked. But what makes this even crazier is how fast word traveled. Within minutes of the fight, clips and grainy photos somehow leaked out online. Images of King being dragged away, blood on his shirt, guards yelling as the scene spiraled. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram lit up like wildfire. Hashtags like #PrayForKing and #Harris's family drama trended instantly. Meanwhile, back at the courthouse, T.I. was reportedly informed mid-conversation with his legal team. Witnesses claim his face went pale, his voice cracked, and he whispered, "Not my boy, not my son." Seconds later, the man known as the King of the South collapsed into his chair. Unable to process what had just happened, family members rushed to his side. Tiny, holding back tears, allegedly begged security for answers. "Is he alive? Tell me my baby's alive," she cried, according to one reporter. The family was left divided, some pointing fingers at the system, some blaming King's own choices, and others whispering that this was more than just prison politics. Fans couldn't stop speculating. Some argued King had painted a target on his back with his outspoken persona and privileged background. "You can't act tough online and think jail gone respect you," one viral TikTok claimed. Others defended him, insisting the attack was orchestrated, a setup designed to break T.I. emotionally and publicly. And then came the first twist. A leaked phone call, allegedly from inside the prison, surfaced online. In it, an inmate bragged about teaching King Harris a lesson and hinted it wasn't random. "He walked in here thinking he was a star. We showed him what time it is." Fans immediately started piecing together theories. Was this jealousy from inmates who resented King's fame? Or was someone pulling strings from the outside, making sure the young man wouldn't survive his first week? Emotions ran high on every level. The Harris household, once portrayed as hip-hop royalty on reality TV, was now on the verge of collapse. Insiders claimed that arguments broke out among relatives. One cousin allegedly shouted, "Y'all spoiled him. Y'all let him think he was untouchable, and now look." While another fired back, "Don't you dare blame the family. This is bigger than us." Meanwhile, the rap community weighed in. Some artists posted messages of support. Boosie wrote, "This system is dirty, man. Prayers up for King and Tip." But others stayed eerily silent, which only fueled fan speculation. Was the silence because they didn't want to cross industry politics? Or did they know more than they were letting on? The most dramatic reaction came from T.I. himself. After recovering from the shock, he allegedly stormed into a private meeting with his attorneys, slamming his fists on the table. "They are not gone, take my boy from me. I don't care who I gotta call, what I gotta pay. This stops now." His voice cracked with rage and grief, showing a father's raw pain in the face of betrayal. But even with his words, questions hung in the air. Could even a superstar like T.I. protect his son from the harsh realities of prison? Or was King Harris destined to face the consequences of choices that had spiraled out of control? Fans debated relentlessly. Instagram live streams popped up with self-proclaimed insiders spilling tea about King's life behind bars. One streamer claimed King had already been placed in solitary for his protection. Another swore the attack was payback tied to old street beefs connected to the Harris name. But then came a second twist, one that left fans speechless. A rumor spread that one of the attackers had connections not to the streets, but to the industry itself. A shocking theory suggested that rivals of T.I. had put a bounty on King, not just to hurt him physically, but to destroy T.I. emotionally and publicly. They couldn't touch T.I. on the outside, one YouTuber claimed, so they went after the person closest to him. By nightfall, the Harris family had gone silent. No public statements, no social media posts. Just a heavy silence that left fans uneasy. Why are they so quiet? What are they hiding? People asked in comments. What's clear is that this wasn't just another fight in jail. This was the spark of a bigger storm. And for the Harris family, the pain was only beginning. The hours after the attack felt like an eternity for the Harris family. While King lay under medical watch in the prison infirmary, the outside world spiraled into speculation. Fans demanded answers, blogs spun theories, and the family itself started breaking apart under the pressure. Inside the Harris household, tension boiled over. Sources say Tiny confronted T.I. in a private moment, her voice trembling with anger. "Tiny, you should have done more. You knew he wasn't ready for this life. You let him walk around with that mouth like he was untouchable." "I don't put this on me, Tiny. I told him time and time again to chill, but he ain't listen. He is grown now. He made his bed. Tiny, he's still your son. And now they trying to kill him in there. That argument, leaked by an alleged family insider, went viral across social media. Fans took sides instantly. Some defended Tiny, saying, "I should have stepped in sooner." While others agreed with T, blaming King's reckless behavior and online persona for painting a target on his back. The family was divided, and the world was watching. Meanwhile, new information surfaced that made the story even darker. According to prison staff who spoke off record, the attack on King wasn't just spontaneous, it was coordinated. The attackers allegedly yelled specific threats, calling King out by name and referencing his father. "This for your daddy," one shouted before landing a punch, according to a guard. Fans were stunned. Was this about King, or was this about T? Suddenly, whispers of old street beef and industry rivalries resurfaced. One rumor claimed enemies from T.I.'s past had long been waiting for a chance to strike, and King was the easiest target. Another theory suggested someone from within the music industry rivals bitter associates. Maybe even disgruntled collaborators had paid off inmates to send a message. The betrayal talk got even louder when a leaked text thread began circulating. The alleged messages, supposedly from someone close to King, hinted at warnings that the attack was coming. Tell him to watch his back. They already got it lined up. The authenticity couldn't be confirmed, but fans ran with it. "There's a rat in his own circle," one Instagram comment read. Somebody sold him out. And then came the social media meltdown. King's siblings started speaking out. His sister Daya posted a cryptic story. "Some people only family by blood, not by loyalty." Fans immediately speculated she was calling out someone inside the Harris circle. Zonique, meanwhile, went live, tears streaming down her face. "Zonique, all y'all judging him, but that's still my little brother. Y'all don't know what we go through behind closed doors. Y'all don't know how hard it's been for him." The show quickly racked up hundreds of thousands of views, with comments like "the family divided for real" and "this like a reality show playing out in real life." Meanwhile, blogs started posting alleged footage of a heated phone call between T.I. and an unnamed industry figure. Industry voice: "We told you to keep him quiet. Now look, they came for him. You think this is just prison politics? Nah, this is bigger than that. T.I., if you had anything to do with this, I swear it's war." Though unverified, the audio clip threw gasoline on the fire. Fans speculated that powerful forces in the industry were pulling strings behind the scenes. Some even suggested King's arrest and sentencing had been part of a long game, a setup meant to weaken T.I.'s legacy and silence his family for good. Emotions ran high in Atlanta, where fans gathered outside the courthouse and prison, chanting for justice. Protesters held signs reading "Protect King Harris" and "Stop using music as a weapon." At the same time, critics argued this was just the harsh reality of choices catching up. One local pastor told the news, "What we're seeing is the consequences of arrogance. And unfortunately, the family suffers the most." But the most shocking twist came late that night. A new video leaked, shaky, grainy footage allegedly recorded inside the prison during the chaos. In it, you could see King being dragged, fists flying, as guards shouted for order. The most chilling moment: a voice screaming over the noise, "This ain't over. We cumin' back for him." The video spread like wildfire. Fans were horrified. Some demanded King be transferred immediately to protective custody, while others questioned how such footage even got out. Somebody in that jail is leaking tapes. "Somebody wants this story out bad," one YouTube commentator claimed. Back at home, T.I. reportedly broke down in front of close friends, saying he felt powerless for the first time in his life. "I can handle beef. I can handle drama, but I can't protect him in there," he admitted, his voice heavy with defeat. Still, whispers of betrayal haunted every corner of the story. Was it a family member who leaked information? A so-called friend? Or someone in the industry trying to finish off the Harris name once and for all? The Harris empire, once untouchable, was now fractured. Trust was gone. Pain was everywhere. And as the days dragged on, the world wondered, would King survive long enough to make it through his sentence? Or was this only the beginning of a deadly game? By the fifth day, the King Harris attack story wasn't just a trending topic anymore. It was a full-blown cultural earthquake. News outlets, gossip blogs, podcasts, and even mainstream media were all locked in on the same headline. T.I.'s son King fights for survival in prison chaos, and the storm only grew darker when a shocking report surfaced. King had allegedly been moved to solitary confinement for his own protection, but fans weren't buying it. Theories exploded online that solitary was just a cover-up, that something worse had happened and the truth was being hidden. One viral tweet read, "Solitary or silenced. They don't want us to know the truth." Meanwhile, the Harris family drama reached boiling point. Insiders leaked that T.I. and Tiny were no longer on the same page. Tiny allegedly accused him of putting his career before their son, while T.I. clapped back, saying he'd risk everything to protect King. Heated words flew, and friends close to the couple admitted the stress was ripping their marriage apart. But the family feud didn't stop there. King's siblings reportedly stopped speaking to each other. Daya was furious that Zonique went public with her emotional live stream. She allegedly shouted, "You're making us look weak." This is family business, not internet drama. Zonique fired back. "The whole world is already talking about us. They need to know we are human too." The family was divided, and fans were eating up every ounce of it like it was the juiciest season finale of a reality show. Then came another twist. A letter supposedly written by King himself leaked online. Handwritten, shaky, and emotional. It read, "They want me broken, but I ain't folding. If I don't make it out, tell my family I tried to stand tall." The letter sent shockwaves through the internet. Fans reposted it everywhere. Hashtags like #StandTallKing trending across Twitter and TikTok. But skeptics raised eyebrows, asking, who leaked this? How does a letter from Solitary end up on the blogs? Some believed it was genuine, while others swore it was another orchestrated move by insiders with their own agendas. T.I., on the other hand, was reportedly devastated. Friends described him as pacing the floors at home, muttering to himself, "They after me. They ain't after him, they after me." His paranoia grew as he suspected someone in the industry had orchestrated the attack to break him down publicly. Theories went even deeper when an anonymous ex-employee of Grand Hustle Records dropped a bombshell on a YouTube interview. They claimed T.I. had made enemies with powerful figures years ago. And this was long-awaited payback. Fans were stunned. Was this just hip-hop beef playing out in prison? Or was T.I.'s entire empire under siege? And the most chilling part, reports came out that one of the inmates who attacked King had suddenly been transferred to another facility with no explanation. Social media exploded. That ain't random. Somebody protecting him. Somebody pulling strings. The Harris family, already fractured, now faced a deeper fear. If powerful hands were truly behind this, was King's life ever going to be safe? By the end of the week, emotions were at a fever pitch. The Harris household was silent. Lawyers dodged questions, and fans clung to every rumor like gospel truth. But one thing was clear. This wasn't the end of the story. It was just the beginning of a much bigger storm. And that's where we stand, folks. What began as a courtroom collapse has spiraled into chaos behind bars. A young man sentenced, attacked, and now locked in solitary while his family crumbles, his father's empire shakes. And fans across the world demand answers, the questions haunting everyone. Was King Harris brutally attacked because of his own reputation? Or was he just a pawn in a bigger game meant to bring down T? Did someone close to the Harris family betray them, leaking information and fueling the chaos? And most chilling of all, is King even safe in solitary? Or is the truth being buried behind those prison walls? This isn't just a hip-hop headline anymore. It's a story of loyalty tested, family divided, and a father pushed to his breaking point. T.I., the man who once stood as king of the South, now faces the fight of his life. Not for a chart-topping hit, not for a business move, but for the survival of his own son. But what do you think? Is King Harris the victim of a setup? Is T.I. being targeted by hidden enemies? Or is this simply the reality of choices catching up? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And don't forget, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Because trust me, this story ain't over. The next chapter is coming, and you won't want to miss it. Won't want to miss it.